You know, one of the most important things about trying to light a studio when you're doing vlogs is the actual lights that you choose to use. I mean, it's taken me a while to kind of get this lighting where I have the ambient lights in the background here, the sign that's actually up there glowing nice and green and showing up properly, and getting some lighting kind of like facing me as I'm doing stuff. And today we're going to look at a light that I was actually really impressed with, and that is the Ulanzi VL120 RGB light. And I have to say, this is quite a good light for a number of reasons. So in this video, we're going to look at why you might want one of these lights. And trust me, there's some hidden features about this thing that you're going to want to know about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is DemonView. Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate you tuning in and watching, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Ulanzi VL120 RGB light and what makes it different from other lights. So just to show you, this here is the unit itself. This is the back of the unit. Now it's got a tiny little display up here for showing you all your settings. It's got some actual physical control wheels on the side, a physical power button, and then this big soft silicone diffuser, and diffusers are very, very important. So, hope you're going to enjoy this video, and if you could do me a quick favor before I continue on, and that's click those like and subscribe buttons down below. It really does help pay for all these things that I review on the channel, helps out with channel views, and you'd be doing me a solid. So please click those like and subscribe buttons. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the diffuser, and you'll actually see it's got this nice little kind of like a really flat panel light here, and it's got a kind of a diffuser actually on this itself. But I'm going to turn this on now, and it's really going to be quite bright. I do that, and as you can see, that's quite nice and bright. Now you've got two wheels on the side here. One is actually going to be able to adjust the power, and it's a physical wheel, so I really do appreciate that. So if I adjust the brightness knob here, as you can see, that shoot right up, goes back down, and I really do like having that type of manual control on the lights. And then this top one, if I adjust that, basically with the top one I can actually adjust the color of the lights. So in its current mode, it's actually operating as a white light. Right now I have it as a kind of a warm light. You can't really tell on the camera here because it's just kind of overpowering it, even though it's actually on. I'm going to bring that right down to 1%. But as you can see, this is a warmer light. If I adjust the color on the side of it, or the temperature on the side of it, it actually becomes more of a yellow type of light. And, you know, that's actually kind of very yellow and warm right now. But this isn't the only trick that this light has. What I can do now is I can actually press in on this button on the top, and it becomes an RGB light. Now I'm just going to kind of point this camera myself, because you can actually see that right now it's kind of like a purplish light. But if I just keep my finger pressed like this, the light starts to cycle. We're kind of going blue now. We're going all the way to green, all the way to orange. This is at 1%. So, I mean, it's fairly bright. As you can see, it's going into the purple range now. So yeah, that's also pretty impressive. But that's not all. If we press this top mode button again, now we have HSI. And that really kind of ramps up the colors. As you can see, it's really kind of changing here now. And again, this is just one of those cool little features that it has. Now, one of the cool things I actually like about this light, it's not just used for lighting your face during a vlog or adding some ambient color lights. You can actually use this for lighting scenes. Like say you're doing a vlog and you want to pretend that, hey, I've just been pulled over by the police. Well, by just hitting the scene button and selecting the scene you want, now suddenly you have police lights. This thing's going to start strobing red and blue. Now, not really in the pattern of a police car, because you wouldn't want to be using this to fake police lights on your car now, would you? But as you can see, it's doing a fairly good job at lighting that. And remember, that's on 1% power. So, I mean, this is kind of great for all those budding filmmakers out there. I mean, we've got the ambulance version of it, which has a few different colored lights. And this really does have quite a few different light setups that you can use. We've got ambulance, we've got fire engine, lightning, in case you want that type of lightning effect for your videos too, fireworks, TV mode if you just want to kind of like pretend that somebody's busy watching television. That'll actually start cycling through different colors and shades. So I mean, it's not just a vlog light, it's also a scene light for those budding filmmakers out there, and that's really cool. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this light, especially this big diffuser that comes with it that's going to kind of eliminate shadows when you're actually using it. And that's something that you really want from a light, more soft type of lighting instead of harsh shadowy lighting. But the fact that you can actually use it, not just for lighting, but for use it for adding effects to scenes, that makes this like really, really versatile. And the fact that it has the standard tripod mount on it and it's charged via USB-C, yeah, pretty impressed. The only thing I don't like about this, and yeah, there is something, is that the USB-C port is actually on the top of the camera. So, I mean, if you're outside and you're trying to use this in the rain, that's kind of exposed. I mean, you really should have put that in the bottom of this Ulanzi, but other than that minor thing, which you can probably just use a piece of tape to keep it waterproof, yeah, I am very impressed with this, and you'll be seeing a lot more ridiculous stuff going on in my videos thanks to this light. And well, yeah, that's for sure, because yeah, I got ideas and they're probably not all good ideas. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this must be a pretty expensive piece of kit, especially considering everything that it does. Well, no, it's not. This thing retails right now as of today for $35.95. That's insane. $35.95 for an RGB light that also has special effects built into it basically, and can also change between RGB and actually doing proper bright white light. For 35 bucks, that's less than the cost of an SD card. I mean, I am really impressed with this. So yeah, I'll leave a link for that if you want to purchase one, because yeah, this is one of my favorite lights that I use for lighting. I'm not using it right now. I'm using a cheap one that I got off Amazon probably about 3 years ago that I reviewed, and it wasn't a great review, to tell you God's honest truth. So it's not a great light either. It's one of those things that says, yeah, I've got 95% power left, then 94, and then it will just power off, and it will do that within probably about maybe 40 minutes, even though it keeps telling you, no, I can go like this for 12 hours. So yeah, that's why this one's so much better, because it gives you accurate power readings. So combining all of that stuff with the price of like, what, $35.95, definitely worth a buy in my opinion. So anyway, in the meantime, I hope you liked that little mini review, and yeah, I'll leave the link for that light down in the description and hopefully stick it up there somewhere, who knows. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you clicking those like and subscribe buttons. So until next time, cheerio.